Welcome to Debbie's Grow, where we talk about issues that concern the state, void of politics, fear, or favor. President Mahama has retreated his administration's determination to hold former officials accountable and to recover state resources alleged to have been misappropriated. Speaking at his maiden media engagement on Wednesday, September 10th, the president assured citizens that his government had not relented in its pursuit of justice, insisting that due process remained central to its effort. Public accountability and the recovery of looted state resources are the top of your expectation of my government. Let me assure you, my fellow citizens, that we have not wavered in our commitment for a single moment. Neither have we been complicit. What you are witnessing is not inaction, but our firm adherence to due diligence and fairness in the pursuit of justice, he said. He acknowledged that the insistence on proper legal procedures may appear slow, but argued that it is the only way to ensure that justice is not compromised. The president disclosed that the Operation Recover All Loot had already made significant progress. More than 200 cases are currently under active investigation, with around 80 individuals interrogated so far. President Mahama stressed that his government is actively pursuing perpetrators on several fronts and will not allow those who have looted the state go unpunished. So this is from our president. Yesterday, he had a brief meeting with the media, and has to do with a whole lot. And one of the things that really drew my attention to this is making sure that people who looted from the state do not go unpunished. And I think that is what everyone is expecting. And that is the main reason why a lot of Ghanaians vote for this president. And if you can remember, when the IGP and the office of the OSP start to bring out people who allegedly embezzle state funds on board, mentioning their name, some of the scandalous activities they were involved in, you saw people commenting, you saw Ghanaians giving a thumbs up to the government because they knew what they have seen, and they know within that most of government officials have actually embezzled state funds that were not meant for them. And it goes to a time everybody began to, question themselves. Why is the government silent all of a sudden? Why are we not hearing anything from the IGP? Why is the special prosecutor silenced? And it's got to a time, I personally even said that the special prosecutor should be sacked from office, because you cannot be in office for 8 years and we still don't see anything happen. We've not seen you arrested anybody. And now the president is assuring us that we should keep calm and investigation is ongoing, that anyone who looted from the state will be held responsible. It will be very sad if after 4 years no one is being arrested, because we know people have stolen from the state. We know it. We've seen projects that money has actually been pushed into, and at the end of the day, we didn't see the project. The money is nowhere to be found. The people who were actually appointed to be in charge of those projects are also nowhere to be found. Example is the National Cathedral. It is fine if you come out to tell us that God has revealed to you to do something for him. It is fine. And then you feel like, well, in a way to appreciate him is to do something for him. There is nothing wrong with that. But in a case where you feel like we all have to contribute because it's going to help us. People spoke up against this. But well, we had no option. We still have to pay. And money was actually pumped, over millions and billions of cedis were pumped into the National Cathedral project. As it stands now, the National Cathedral is nowhere to be found. The only thing we saw on ground was a borehole. The money, we can't see the money. The leaders who have been appointed to be in charge of the project are also saying different things. And the person who we need to interrogate is also giving us a time when he feels like it's okay for him to be interrogated. And this has really caused pain to a lot of Ghanaians, because this money can be used for something useful. The money that was pumped into the National Cathedral can be used into something meaningful. We have students learning under trees. We have students finding it difficult to even get a place to sleep. Our roads are bad. A lot of things are going on. We have very dire situation in certain institutions that this money can be projected into. But no, we said we want to build National Cathedral. The National Cathedral, we can't find it. And it will be very sad if these people are not held accountable. We also heard that a lot of people were being paid and their names were not even on the payroll, but they were being paid. They brought out ghost names. Recently, I saw something on Facebook where they say, one woman in office, pardon me because I've forgotten her name. She said even babies are now receiving salaries. Babies are receiving salaries. And then someone was asking, that maybe they receiving salary. That is the kind of system we find ourselves. We have a lot of people complaining we are not being paid, but the money every month, the state distributes fund into institutions for its employees to be paid. And the money goes directly into one person's pocket. How can we have about 2,000 plus national service personnel, employees that are being paid, but they cannot be found? They do not exist in that institution. Their name has not been written as a worker that has been employed, but or receiving salary they be are. Such a person, you need to be arrested. You need to face the law. You see, our constitution, we need to review it. I know you are supposed to do a lot of investigations and then ensure that this person is really culpable, or maybe this person is guilty. But for how long is it going to take? For how long is it going to take for these people to be arrested? Trust me, if we don't arrest anybody, then it means politicians are the same. It also tells us that they are there for their own selfish gain and not because of us. And you see, we've made politics so convenient, so conducive, that like so comfortable, that anytime they get there, they see it as an avenue to steal from the state. And they said, we the citizens are suffering. But it was not supposed to be so. If you are being given power, someone gave you that power. So you are supposed to work in favor of the person. The person should rather enjoy it, not you. But that's not what we see. If they appoint someone, hallelujah. Because the person sees it as a means of extracting money from the state. And so these people need to be arrested. They need to be punished. We cannot leave them to go scot-free. No. You cannot misappropriate state funds into your own personal account for your own benefit. And then you expect us to keep quiet and then clap for you. No. And you see, that is the reason why we are not able to do anything profitable as a nation. That is the reason why Ghana will see no development. Because 99% of the people in office are corrupt. And so if the money is given to them, they slash the money into 4. the biggest part goes to them. And the person who's on site, stressing himself, putting every effort to make sure that he's done with whatever project that have been trusted in his hands, is given a penny. And the boss at the office enjoying AC. And even AC in his vehicle is taking the largest part of the money. And that is why I feel sad anytime we have a new government. They kept talking about development. It's here they ain't developing that. So intentionally, they do bad and worse things for us. So that when they come on board, they will still repeat that same thing. And that is why when we construct our road to today, the next minute, etutu. We don't do anything that lasts. We need to hold those public officials that we think has embezzled state funds accountable. They need to be held accountable, and they need to be served as a deterrent to others. President Mahama, please. I believe that people did not just entrust power into your hand because they feel like, well, they trust you can do it. And it's true, they really trust you. It will be very sad on our part and very disappointing if at the end of your term, none of these people are arrested. Some people's names have been mentioned. We want to see them in jail. Let's change the narrative of our politics to bring development and make Ghana the country you and I want to enjoy. Thank you for making time with me on the episode.